Hello, my name is Lorraine of District 32, and I'm really looking forward to these conversations. We've just had one. This is the second conversation today, but you're giving us tips on what to look out for in IT that we just wouldn't necessarily consider. Good morning, Peter.
Hi, Lorraine. How are you? Thanks for having me.
You.
And yeah, I'm enjoying being able to sort of give the viewers, the listeners, whatever, some ideas about what to look out for that you wouldn't normally think of when you're thinking of IT. And today we're talking about business names. And you're thinking, what has an IT guy got anything to do with business names? And I don't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a business coach. I don't do anything. Yeah. That's not my deal, so please. But we have a client, let's call him Bob, to protect the guilty, no, innocent, to save embarrassment. So Bob is a business owner, and through the course of the business, he's changed owners and changed structures, and he had to re-register an ABN. Okay, because the business name and business structure had changed. And as he did so, he tweaked the name of the business and the trading name of the business. Okay, it meant that the ABN didn't match exactly his registered domain, his website. Okay, and let's call it ABC Trucks. Okay, now. The original name was ABC Trucks, okay, and now it's A, B, and C Trucks, or something along those lines. But it's Kevlar trading as ABC Trucks, or Kevlar Proprietary Limited, or Kevlar Trust, or Kevlar whatever. And by the way, I've changed all those names. It's none of those names in any way, shape, or form. So what we have to do then is we have to go to the regulatory authority, which is AUDA, which manages all the .com.au and .au domains, and verify with them that the business that is applying for the domain is actually entitled to the domain, because you can't give a website called swingsandplaysets.com.au to a business name that's called ABC Trucks.
Wow.
You're not allowed to do that.
I just thought anybody could buy anything, Peter. Not anymore?
Well, .com and .net, there's a lot less regulations.
Right,
but
okay.
.com.au, .net.au, and .au, anything with the .au on the end, there's a regulation process.
Okay.
And some business owners actually don't understand that there's this matching thing. And so we got to a day before, and we realized that the AUDA weren't going to allow the new business to have the domain. Wow. So he's had to maintain the existing business name and register that. So his accountants and lawyers are fluttering around in a fluster, making sure that the domain, the email addresses, all the intellectual property of the business is maintained.
Wow.
Okay. Because they've done this accounting and legal structure thing, which we have nothing to do with and don't want to, just a reminder. Yep. No.
Yep.
But the impact of that sometimes crosses over into IT. It's important when you have changes like that, a phone call, a coffee beer, a spitball. What are you doing, guys? We're thinking about doing this, and this is the idea. Will this have any effect on our IT? That's what I spend my day doing, and I encourage and I talk to my clients about how they can do things better, how they can in IT world. And then as we're talking, it was like, okay, well, what have you got planned for the next 3, 6 months, 12 months? Where are you going? Are you having a buyout? Are new businesses coming in? Are you having a merger, partner splits, whatever? Will that affect the business name and the registration? Will that affect the way the security of the emails and the websites, how your intellectual property is maintained? All those bits and pieces they sideline along the IT area. Now, some of it is not my field of expertise, and I gladly give that up, and I do not profess anybody that I'm an expert in anything else except the IT side. But when your IT has formed such a backbone of your business, if you tweak that too much, you'll break it. And if you break that, you affect the business. And you affect the business, then, woe be hard. That's a recipe for disaster. So, the lesson to learn, and we managed to get Bob sorted out. We had 24 hours to spare, a several $1 million company, 20 employees, 10, 15-year history. So there was a lot at stake, all because they'd made a change and hadn't even thought about it. And it was only when the new customer forms came through for us, it's like, hang on a minute, we've got a check and balance here. And we said, hang on a minute, there's an issue. So it always pays to make a 5-minute phone call to say, is this going to affect anything? So, yeah.
Peter, thank you very much for sharing that. And we've just figured out what this series is called. It's the Pick Up the Phone series, right? And we can just proceed that with everything for the rest of the year.
So I like have a coffee, have a beer thing, but if you want to pick up the phone, we can do that too.
Well, we'll call it that series, or in brackets, or coffee or beer, right? But we've got a series name now.
Right.
But look, thank you very much. These are things that I definitely would not think of. We don't know. It's not our game. It's not our industry. It pays to have that coffee, beer, or phone call.
It's 30 years of experience going, watch out for this, guys.
Yep. Peter Trenaman, GroupSupport, thank you very much for sharing your time, and I look forward to our next Pick Up the Phone tip.
Thanks, Lorraine. All the best.
Thank you.